Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Attuma.
Damn right, Attuma. Welcome back, everyone, to Marvel Tales Atlantis Attacks Part 7.
Yeah. I
am Phil. Joining me, as always, Trisha Brett. Okay. I was thinking Trisha. Oh, yeah.
The reporter, yeah. Justin the Owl, rising from the depths of Atlantis to continue Atlantis Attacks coverage on Marvel Tales. Part 7.
Justin's like the true hero of Atlantis Attack, the news reporting, yes.
Yeah. And their unbiased coverage.
Yeah, because the biggest chunk of this episode will probably be Web of Spider-Man Annual 5. Yeah, and then we're going to get some little tidbits from Avengers West Coast 56.
A little snippet.
An apology by John Byrne.
Yeah. An afterthought. Yeah.
All right. So, should we dive into the... Oh, God. Atlantis Attack. Should we dive into these?
Dive on in. Yeah. This issue is like, when I think of Atlantis Attacks, I kind of think of this issue.
This is one of the first ones I think of, too. Yeah.
For me, like, this is it. This is where Atlantis Attacks happens. Yeah.
And I was big in the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man at the time, so this one definitely hit my nerd spot. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
All right. So, and what do you think of this cover? I mean, the art is great, but again, it's one of those things, not a lot of background on that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the pier, you got a few buildings behind Reed there, but.
Yeah. I know, right? It's a little sparse. Yeah. And Ben just rocking the trunks and the boots.
And I'll be on the Fantastic Four uniform. Yeah. I believe I have a big full-size synopsis for this. All right. Nice. Web of Spider-Man Annual 5 from November 1989, Warzone, New York. Writer Jerry Conway. Oh, no. All right. At least two people will kick my butt if I don't do this. All right. Yes, writer, friend of the show, Jerry Conway.
This is Jerry Conway, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Yes.
Creator of Frank Castle, giving Green Goblin his greatest weapon, gravity. Hi, this is Phil. Throwing blondes off bridges. It's 72, kids. Or is it 73? No, 74. All right, early 70s. All right, so, yeah, Jerry Conway, penciler Javier Saltares, inker Randy Emberlin, colors Bob Sharon, letterer Rick Parker, and editor Jim Salicrup. With an Atlantean invasion force en route to the island of Manhattan, the military has been called in to face this invasion force. Joining them are the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man. The tense moment is being captured on live television. As we see, because we hear the reporters babbling this all
for the whole thing, yeah.
Suddenly, the Atlanteans arrive at Battery Park and make first blood. As an invasion force converges on the mainland, the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man rush into battle. What's this continuity note? Yeah. About Ben Grimm being his human form. Yeah, we know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fantastic Four 327. Yeah, yes, we know that. All right. I lost my place here. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot on this issue. All right. Watching the battle on television are Spider-Man's Aunt May and his wife Mary Jane. Unaware that her nephew Peter is actually Spider-Man, May worries that Peter might be in danger as he was attending classes at Empire State University. Mary Jane assures May that Peter will be just fine. On the battlefield, Spider-Man and the Human Torch work together, exchanging quips along the way. After webbing up a number of Atlantean soldiers in a web ball, Spider-Man is assisted by the Invisible Woman, who uses her powers to toss them back into the water. Not far away, Mr. Fantastic is swarmed by members of the attacking army, but is assisted by Miss Marvel. Meanwhile, Ben Grimm, even without his powers, still puts up a fight against these invaders. I want to check this. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's saying when they show Ben just like punching Atlanteans, he's like, "Oh, my thing suit's in the shop," and they say, "Yeah, from Avengers Annual 18." But he didn't even go into battle, did he? Remember, he had a headache.
I don't remember seeing him in there.
Remember, him and Quasar stayed home because they had a headache. Remember?
Yeah. Oops.
So what happened? He leaned on the table too hard? What the hell? Okay. As the invasion forces converge on the shore, the battle takes another turn when a massive Atlantean sea creature called the Megasaur rises out of the water. At that moment, under New York Bay... All right, hold on. At that moment, under New York Bay...
Attuma.
He's back, kids. And his allies, Lyra and Gahar, watch the battle.
Attuma
assures them that this battle will be won. However, they are soon joined by General Eptidius, who was wounded in battle. He warns
Attuma
that this battle was ill-advised and is killed for speaking out against
Attuma.
Yeah, Attuma shoots him dead.
Yep.
Sorry. After the last part of Atlantis Attacks, he's a little tense.
He needs some comfort.
Yeah, exactly. He needs some of the smoke and some of the comfort.
Some vapors.
Justin says, "Scream it." Some of that smoke, and some of that. Unimpressed by this, Lyra and Gahar leave to carry out their own tasks. They quietly glow to each other that
Attuma
is a fool and how they plan on committing genocide on the Atlantean people, a sacrifice that will complete their mission to bring Set to Earth. Lyra informs Gahar that her Lemurian attack force has just positioned themselves above Atlantis and wait for her command. Back in Manhattan, the Fantastic Four tried to keep the Megasaur at bay. However, the creature shrugs off their attacks. That's what it says Mr. Fantastic notices the man piloting the creature, but I'm pretty sure it was Ben Grimm. From a device on its head. Not far away, a group of Atlantean soldiers drive a tank towards some American soldiers and are about to kill them when a man in a suit of armor leaps in between them all. He orders the Atlanteans to cease their attack. Cease your attack in the name of me.
Imperious Hex.
Oh, you can't see my abs under this armor, but I say that. But when they ignore this mystery man, he rips down the side of a building and uses it to block their blast, providing cover for the soldiers to escape. Meanwhile, the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man are not faring well against the Megasaur. Soon enough, all the members of the Fantastic Four are incapacitated, leaving Spider-Man alone to deal with the creature on his own. While the Invisible Woman tends to her unconscious husband, Gahar arrives and sneaks up behind her. The Deviant has chosen her to be yet another bride of Set and blasts her with a stun ray, and they take her away.
Uh-oh.
So Sue Richards, yes, the latest victim of the Hickey Patrol here.
Damn.
So yeah, as he regains consciousness, Mr. Fantastic can only watch helplessly as his wife is kidnapped. As the Fantastic Four recovers, Spider-Man continues to hold his own against the Megasaur. Suddenly,
Attuma
joins the battle with yet another wave of soldiers. While in Atlantis, the Lemurians get the order. What's this? They get the order from Lyra to open fire. The commander of the fleet then launches a nuclear bomb that detonates in the middle of the fabled city.
Yeah.
Back on the surface, Spider-Man has lured the Megazord to Times Square, where he taunts it into trying to hit him on the side of a building. When Spider-Man leaps out of the way, the Megazord's fist punches through an electric billboard and is jolted by electricity that incapacitates the Atlantean piloting the creature. This sends the Megazord into a mindless rage, and it begins to chase Spider-Man again. The wall crawler begins luring the creature back out to sea. Once back in the waters, the creature returns to the sea without further incident. Spider-Man webs up the creature's pilot and goes to rejoin the others in battle. At Battery Park, the battle rages on until reports come in about the decimation of Atlantis. Hearing that his kingdom has been destroyed takes all the fight out of
Attuma.
and his army. Ordering his warriors to stand down,
Attuma.
then surrenders. In the aftermath of the battle,
Attuma
is taken into custody and the recovery effort begins. At a press conference, Mr. Fantastic tells the press that his wife was kidnapped during the battle and that his team will do whatever it takes to get her back. When asked if he will assist, Spider-Man states that he will do everything he can to help. Thoughts?
I love it.
Yes.
I love this story. Yeah, this is a great little script. It would have been easy just to show kind of like the invasion and just a classic punch 'em up story, but having it told kind of from the perspective of these two reporters, Trish, who was reporting everything from the sidelines, and then the dude back home at the studio.
Yeah, was it Todd or whatever? Yeah,
Todd, yeah, making all these snarky comments and just their little exchange between the two of them during the course of the issue was really cool. I loved it. It added some humor because the story itself was pretty dark. I mean, you see all of these crazy things happening, and Atuma's obviously off his rocker. He kills one of the generals, and he starts wading into battle himself at the end of the issue.
Yes.
So he's completely maddened with this lust for warfare, and it's clouded his reasoning. I was really surprised the first time that I read this when they nuked Atlantis.
Yes.
I thought, wow. I didn't really see that coming. I thought, wow.
Especially since the New Mutants just recently saved Atlantis from being destroyed. It's like, nah, son.
Right. Yeah, in the previous part. Yeah, there was 2 parts before this.
Yeah.
It saved it from the giant beast, only so that it could be nuked a few parts later. I thought, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Because again, this is back in the day. They weren't bombing cities and killing that many people, in stories back in this era.
Yeah.
Okay,
and I had seen Atlantis kind of raised before, but never to this extent of devastation. Nuclear warhead.
Hell, weren't they still rebuilding after the beast?
Yeah, right. And I think they were still rebuilding from the time before that, whatever that was.
I'm going to assume Namorita appears again, so I'm assuming she wasn't there when it got nuked.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember, if they ever explained that, but yeah.
There must be some note about it, yeah.
But okay, look at that cover. I love the art, but doesn't Attuma look like a Masters of the Universe character there?
He really does, yes. And so does Ms. Marvel, kind of.
Oh, yeah. But Attuma, definitely with that trident sword and
totally.
Just that chest plate. It looks like a Masters of the Universe character.
Totally. He's screaming out to be made into an action figure.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if they did a Marvel Legends or anything with Attuma.
I don't know. It seems like they could have made an easy opportunity to do that back when Wakanda Forever came out.
Oh, yeah.
Because the character was actually in that film.
Nope.
I don't think they did, though. I think I would have remembered seeing that somewhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say I looked on Marvel Legends Attuma. It might just be the MCU character. I don't know if they have a comic book accurate Attuma. Oh my god! I looked it up on my phone, and I just did the funniest misspelling. I put Attuna, Attuna.
That was his father.
Oh yeah, that fishy character. Yeah. They don't want, unfortunately, Russell. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. All right, and so with the abduction of Sue Richards, we have all the brides set, correct?
I believe. Well,
they at least all been marked, at least.
What about Storm?
Didn't she get marked? But I don't think they abducted her at that point.
I don't think they abducted her.
That's what I'm saying. I think they might all be marked, but I don't know if they've all been abducted.
Dagger too. They need to get Dagger as well. So
yeah. So, but I think they have everyone else.
I think, that's going to happen in the next episode that we cover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Avengers West Coast Annual.
Yeah, because literally in the next two parts, we only have 3 annuals left. Yeah. Avengers
That's
West
true.
Coast.
Yeah.
West Coast 4 and then the Fantastic Four. Yeah.
Right. We're coming right up on the end of Atlantis Attacks.
Mm-hmm.
It was appropriate that this story happened towards the end because this is it. This is the big assault to me. Like, this is the invasion here.
Oh yeah,
especially with the big Megasaur, which I remember at the time thinking that it looked like an aquatic version of the Rancor from the Return of the Jedi, with a little driver on top, a little dude driving the thing around.
And I guess other Atlantean stuff might be going on, but I'm like, where's the Avengers during this invasion?
Oh, I know, yeah. You would have thought that they would have dispatched at least a few members to help out with this.
Because the Fantastic Four doing a lot of work. They were with most of them were with the Avengers, then the Avengers Annual. Now they're helping Spider-Man out here.
Yeah.
And again,
what they should have done was had a note at the beginning of this. They should have taken Sue and Reed out of that Avengers Annual entirely.
Mm-hmm.
And then had an editor's note that said, the events of this issue take place parallel to the events of the Avengers Annual. So that would have explained why there was this massive invasion, this big battle happening all at the same time.
Yes, Russell, I'm getting to you. First, he was like, I would love a comic with Atuma and Orca for that matter.
Orca, yeah.
Yes. I love when I was like, where's the Avengers? Russell goes, F the Avengers, where's Godzilla? He'd probably be working for the Atlanteans. What are you talking about?
He was asleep.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the nuclear bomb that woke him up.
Again, Russell, if Godzilla shows up, you know what's going to happen in New York, right?
Nom, 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 nom.
That's right. Yeah.
Look at our wrecking ball testicle.
That's why the Megasaur took off. He was like, oh, I think Godzilla's coming. I'm out of here.
Squish is a squishy.
Oh Lordy. You know what Naga said? Remember last episode? Remember what Naga said to Lyra?
About the comfort?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Slander of my cobra.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I also enjoyed the mood ring armor on the mysterious figure because the last time we saw him in the Avengers Annual, this was dark crimson armor.
Yeah,
and
so
now
weird.
It's like forest green,
which it was in those other Spider-Man annuals.
Right.
Yeah, that's the other thing. And the Avengers Annual, when it showed up, I think he was supposed to be in shadow, but they kind of like tinted it in red. Though it's so weird.
Yeah, I think it changes depending on his mood.
I'm thinking it's
because he was defending these guys from the Atlanteans attack, and in the other in the Avengers Annual, he was in a maddened rage and out to beat the hell out of Krang.
Yes.
So I bet this is mood ring armor from Atlantis. It changes depending on his mood.
Either that, or shockingly, maybe they got something wrong in that Avengers Annual.
Oh well, maybe. Speaking of that, I was thinking of that artist that we lamented his art in that, Ron Wilson. And I was trying to remember where I had remembered his artwork from, and it was from. He did the majority of the artwork for the Masters of the Universe series that Marvel did in the 80s from Star Comics, and I have a majority of that. And I loved his artwork in that. It was perfect for He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. It was exemplary.
That's what I was gonna say. I remember some of that art, and yeah, it was nowhere near that Avengers Annual, right?
No.
Yeah.
So
again, maybe it was a rush job and just.
That's what I think. I think because I think he was doing Masters of the Universe then.
Oh. Maybe
it was still going then, or maybe it had canceled by that point. But I feel like, yeah, he was a fill-in artist for that one, and it was too many moving parts for that. Yeah.
But again, it's just the schedule. It's like, oh, well, hey, we need to get these parts out in order so that Avengers Annual has to come out.
That has to go first, yeah.
Yeah.
Where this annual and that one should have come out at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have made more sense to me.
Like this was taking place at the same time as the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would have made more sense. Yeah, that would explain why none of the Avengers were here. And
yeah, they were busy. They were busy splitting up into groups and doing their thing. Yeah,
just kept the Fantastic Four out of their annual.
Right. Yeah, because remember we were talking about why isn't Johnny Storm here? And where's Miss Marvel? Where's Yeah, that would have been a perfect explanation for all that.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm not that well versed in Godzilla. Russell says Godzilla has a record of not liking the Atlantis. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The Atlantis. He goes, I can't type today. Well, Lyra and Gahar don't like the Atlantis either because they blew it up.
Yeah. Sacrificed to Set.
Yes. Well, I'm assuming Set's about at full power because they pretty much just like sacrificed almost a whole city to him.
Yeah, I would think that would be sufficient, right?
I mean,
my one complaint is Ben Grimm just in his regular outfit. I thought, are you kidding me? Like, this is the Fantastic Four. They don't have anything that they can give Ben Grimm. He's just gonna wade in here.
Oh, with a regular Fantastic
and punch the Atlanteans in the face. That's what he's gonna do. I thought that's ludicrous. Yeah, it's absurd to me that they don't have a spare thing suit. And I thought, how cool would it have been to have him fight the Megasaur in his thing suit, and then in the course of that, have it be destroyed or whatever, and have that be the reason why he's without it for the rest of this whole thing.
Yeah, but that is crazy that he's just in a Fantastic Four uniform. Because like even in that time bubble stuff, at least he had like a laser gun or something.
He had he had this big giant gun that he blasted those deviants with. You're kidding me that Reed can't give him some type of gadget? He's just going to go in there and punch these Atlanteans in the face. I thought that's absurd. That's crazy.
Yeah, even like some form of high tech brass knuckles or something. If you get I don't know. I don't know if Jerry Conway was just going with the look how tough Ben Grimm is, even with no powers. He's like punching out Atlanteans.
Yeah, right. Or that's what he's used to, just punching people as the thing. Yeah. He's just used to using his fist. But I just thought, oh man, it seems silly to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's my only complaint about this.
And I love how they're just like, oh yeah, Spider-Man had to face the creature alone because the rest of the Fantastic Four was down. I mean, I don't think I guess Ben Grimm was checking on Miss Marvel, but I was just like, what's Ben Grimm gonna do against the Megasaur?
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. He could have had his thing suit, and they could have had a little bit of a fight, and in the course of that, the thing suit could have gotten destroyed by the Megasaur could have stepped on him,
and
everybody could have been like, "Oh my God, He's dead. He's dead." And then he crawls out of the wreckage of the thing suit. No, I'm still here. I wish I was dead, though. Yeah.
Oh, but
I would have preferred to see that.
Yeah, that's some panel when the Megasaur hits Miss Marvel and she goes flying.
Oh, she was flying, yeah.
Yeah, through that window and everything. Yeah.
It was good stuff. Yeah, this artwork by Javier is so good. I love his rendition of Spider-Man and of the Fantastic Four.
Again, I think that's another reason why we all like think fondly of this issue when you mention Atlantis Attacks, because again, good story, good art.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a great combination.
This is one of the better annuals of this year's event.
Yeah, and there's not too many characters.
No,
you've got Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four plus one.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. They talk about, should we be calling them the Fantastic Five at this point?
Exactly.
But that wasn't too many characters for this story. That was just the right amount for the scope of this battle.
And again, I love how they portray Attuma in this, because it's like, we show how like
Attuma,
how I don't want evil, or just like, without having to trying to rape anybody,
Yeah.
An underling comes with bad news, just shoots him dead,
blasts him dead, because he dares to question the wisdom of his plan.
Mm.
Yeah, and then the reaction at the end when he's told that Atlantis has been destroyed, he just goes catatonic. He can't believe it.
You just see that shocked look on his face, just like, oh, I've been played.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he just basically gives up.
He's riding, what is that, like a mechanical crab or something?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
It's like a transport. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thought Scorpionox was making an appearance.
Yeah, right, yeah. It almost looks like it. Yeah, this is a great story. This is, to me, is one of the highlights of Atlantis Attacks, is this annual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Attuma's been arrested.
Attuma.
Yeah.
Now, I have read all the backups in this because I do have the floppy, but on the app, it's just the main story and the Saga of the Serpent Crown. That's it.
Ooh, no kidding.
I know. But is it the first backup? Random Miracle, yes. Where, Peter's college professor, Evan Swan, gets the Captain Universe powers for one battle.
Briefly. Yeah.
Against the Quantum Mechanic.
The Quantum Mechanic. What did you think of this one?
Oh, my Lord. I mean, I don't know about the look of this guy, but it's kind of interesting because... I was looking it up to make sure. I think this is his only appearance, the Quantum Mechanic. But it's so funny because again, he's working on quantum structures and that. So it's like, a college professor, would be the best one that, with this knowledge. Again, I wasn't that familiar with Captain Universe at this point, so it kind of gave me like a kind of like very brief introduction to the Captain Universe force before Acts of Vengeance. Yes.
Yeah, me too. Because I like you, I didn't have any knowledge of that. Yeah, I think this might have been my introduction to Captain Universe, actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Evan Swan gets all the memories of Captain Universe. The narrative references Micronauts 8, 35, Marvel Spotlight 9 through 11, and Incredible Hulk Annual 10. Did you read that one? Did you read that Hulk Annual?
Yeah.
Yes. Separates Hulk and Banner. Yeah. Banner becomes Captain Universe. Yeah. Hold on, let me see. Is there a synopsis? Oh, yeah, there's... Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah.
Is there a synopsis for this?
Let me see. Yes.
Oh.
Professor Evan Swan is finishing up a lecture on quantum mechanics at Empire State University, explaining to the students Albert Einstein's uncertainty principle before dismissing class for the day. Lost in thought, Swan begins walking down the ESU campus when suddenly he is bombarded with energy in the configuration of a molecule. Suddenly, Evan Swan is endowed with the power of Captain Universe. His mind soon flooded with an explanation to his great powers, how he has been endowed with the Unipower, a sentient portion of the Enigma Force, that in times of great need gives a normal individual the power of Captain Universe. Swan, a man of science, finds this fascinating and wonders what sort of crisis he has been chosen to resolve. Not far away, there's a sudden explosion in a nearby building. Emerging from the blast is a strange four-armed being calling himself the Quantum Mechanic, a self-professed space-time continua service representative. He begins examining the area with sophisticated machinery and reports back to his superiors that he has detected a relativity displacement that is affecting the entire continuum and begins preparing to strip down the planet Earth to its basic subatomic forces to examine this further. However, he is interrupted by Evan Swan, who asks the alien creature what it is doing. However, the quantum mechanic ignores his questions as he works until he can't stand the incessant questions any longer. The mechanic tells Captain Universe to get lost as he has work to finish. After confirming that the alien intends to destroy the Earth, Evan tells the creature that he cannot allow it. The quantum mechanic strikes with a blow so powerful that Captain Universe is sent flying past the moon. Doubling back, Evan begins to think about the situation and realizes that the thing that the flawed they're detecting is the very uncertainty principle he was lecturing about earlier that day. Angry that a being would jeopardize the entire world because of their ignorance of the scientific principle, Swan gets angry and storms back down to the planet. He strikes the quantum mechanic with a powerful blow and teleports the creature away. After giving the alien and its superiors a stern warning against harming the Earth, Professor Swan returns to Earth. With his mission over, the Unipower leaves his body, reverting him back to normal. He is sad to see the power leave him and envies whoever receives this random miracle in the future. No, it's not going to go too far. Literally, Peter's like in the ESU lab when he gets hit by the Unipower.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, speaking
is
of...
Is that the next year? Yeah, that's 1990, isn't it?
That's where Acts of Vengeance. So, yeah, that's Acts of Vengeance. Yeah.
It's right after this.
Yeah. Oh my god! But yeah, for Ultimate Spider-Cast and Doomsumber, I think I put there's the what if issue where if what if the Captain Universe power had not left Spider-Man?
Oh,
and not to spoil this because again you'll never see this coming. Guess who tries to steal the Unipower?
Victor Von Doom.
Give me a hint. It takes place in Doomsumber.
Well, that type of power is too enticing for Doom. He has to have that. He has to have that.
And then the rest of these backup. Oh, what did you think about the Captain Universe thing? The story.
I liked it. Yeah, it was a nice little introduction for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything about this character, and I thought, yeah, the Ditko art was fine, and yeah. I think it was Al Milgram did the inks on that. It was really good.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Jerry Conway writing again. Yeah, pencil.
Yeah.
Ditko and Al Milgram, colors Bob Sharon, letter Rick Parker, and editor Jim Salicrup. Yeah.
Good creative team on this. Yeah, it was so good. Yeah, this made me happy revisiting this story. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so fun. Yeah, just this old college professor be like, he doesn't know the uncertainty principle.
Yeah. And him getting punched so hard that he flies past the moon. Like you don't really see that a lot in a Spider-Man comic book.
Oh, especially like the supporting cast. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And they never bring it up, but again, like Evan Swan got like all the memories of Captain Universe up to this point. But it's funny if like once he realizes he has Captain Universe's powers, if like Peter would have got all his memories and been like, Dr. Swan had these. Okay, I had this. Okay.
Yeah. The memories of the previous owners of the Force. Yeah.
Because I don't think it ever gets brought up that Peter ever finds out that Professor Swan had the Unipower before him.
I can't remember.
As far as I know, I don't think it ever got brought up.
Yeah.
And then some of these backups. Oh, Petey, The Adventures of Peter Parker before he became Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, some more Fred Hembeck stuff.
Yeah, I have to get Aunt May's medication from the pharmacy. Or no, medications for Uncle Ben. That's right.
Yeah, this is back. Yeah.
It's basically like Charlie Brown Peanuts.
Yeah, it's cute. I mean, Flash Thompson and Liz. Yeah, it's cute. Yeah. And then Spider-Man's most dubious accessories.
Yes, going through the low points of his career. Yeah.
and his most dubious friends and foes. We get an appearance from Howard the Duck here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one-time comics mega sensation who subsequently laid one of the all-time movie mega eggs, it says.
Ooh.
You know how duck penises work, right?
Ouch. And there's a nod to the White Rabbit.
Yes.
My advice to those silly enough to take this villainess, inspired by Lewis Carroll, is to turn down any and all invitations to tea. And next to her, how about the Hypno Hustler? He created Saturday Night Furor during the waning days of disco by mesmerizing a crowd of music lovers, but I managed to stop him before he could steal their booty.
Oh, my. Do I dare ask how you steal booty?
Very carefully.
Oh! Consensually.
That's right.
All right. Oh, God. And then some. Like the time Dr. Octopus attempted to marry Aunt May.
Yes, Spider-Man's most dubious situations.
Oh, okay. I have drops for this. I got to mention this. Okay.
Yeah.
And the time he taught the Beyonder how to use
The Beyonder in Secret Wars 2. Teach me how to urinate. Yes. One of the greatest moments in comic book history.
Oh, yeah. Again, Secret Wars 2. We're going to get there, too, kids.
Yes. Coming next year.
Yes.
On Marvel Tales.
And then we got a bunch of backups in this. Then we got a Silver Sable backup.
Yes.
I remember
this is the jam. Oh, God, yeah. I love this one. Yeah.
Oh, you want the synopsis on this? There's a pretty nice synopsis on this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and a winter snowfall. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me do some credits here. Because from what I remember, the art on this was pretty good too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is. I don't know this artist, but it was really good.
Writer Fabian Nicieza, penciler Mark Propst, Propst, inker Andy Mashinsky, colors Bob Share, letterer Rick Parker, and editor Jim Salicrup. So not familiar with that penciler and inker, but yeah, from what I remember, the art on this story was really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Mute prayer for deaf ears. In a winter snowfall, Silver Sable watches the burial of her operatives in the Wild Pack. Unlike the other mourners, she watches from a distance. Talking to herself, she believes that Craiova was at fault for his death while they were on a mission. She thinks back to the mission that cost Craiova his life. They were on a stealth mission in the Gulf of Sidra in Iraqi territory. She berated the man for not following his training when they are discovered by an enemy battleship. Her thoughts are interrupted by Craiova's widow, who is concerned about the death pension that may be due to her as she needs the money. Sable tells her that the cause of her husband's death is still under review. She then tells the grieving woman that she should pray that the Wild Pack board doesn't find her husband's actions as grossly negligent as she does and leaves. As she drives away, Silver Sable wonders if the people outside look away at her out of fear or envy. This question makes her think back to the day of her mother's funeral. At the time, she had asked her uncle Mortimer why people turn away from her as they drive by. He tells her that they mourn the loss of her mother as much as she does. Silver questions this, but her uncle tells her not to worry about it, pointing out that all the stress is causing her hair to prematurely gray. Her recollection ends when she gets home, and she insists that her gray hair was not the product of stress, but anger. As she storms into her home, she thinks about the mission in Iraq. Silver Sable and the Wild Pack had fled to an abandoned warehouse in the city of Basra. Once inside, she ordered Janssens and Craiova to guard the door while everyone else took positions, while Craiova expressed his concerns over if they have enough firepower when suddenly the door blew open. Sable's mind suddenly snaps back to the present when she drops a crystal figurine on the floor. This attracts the attention of her maid, who comes to clean up the mess and asks if her mistress is okay. Silver assures the maid that she is fine. The maid remembers that the crystal figurine was a gift from her father. Silver remembers the day she obtained it. She was in the middle of a training session when she was distracted from her father's car arriving home. This allowed one of the other fighters to strike her from behind. Seeing this, her father warned her to not allow herself to get distracted in battle. Giving her the gift, he then left as suddenly as he returned home. Having not seen her father in months, Sable's upset that her father has left her alone again. This gets Sable thinking about the mission again. Fleeing from the Iraqi military, Sable chastises Craiova for abandoning his post. He tells her that they are being overrun. She believes him to be a coward, telling him they will discuss this later. She's even more disappointed when he states that he is afraid of dying. This takes her further back to when she decided to call herself Silver Sable for the first time. Her uncle Mortimer asked her why she would call herself that. She explains that it is because her father's neglect drained her of all feeling. When Sable and the Wild Pack were being extracted from Iraq by a helicopter, Craiova began to scramble up the rope ladder while Sable struggled to keep hold of a wounded member of her team named Betterman. Craiova is also struck by a bullet, and she barely catches him. She warns him that he better die quickly for being such a coward. Damn. With the recollections over, she's told that the council has decided that Agent Craiova was guilty of 5 counts of insubordination, dereliction of duty, insubordination, and cowardice. Based on the details of his contract, his widow would not be eligible for his pension benefits. Sable tells her aide to relay this to Craiova's widow, and to tell her husband's negligence led to the deaths of 2 other agents and the serious injury of another. When her maid asks what to do about the broken crystal, she tells her to throw it away. However, she tells her to wait and collects the head of the broken crystal cat. She considers that he had left her so little and begins to cry alone in the darkness. Thoughts?
It's pretty intense.
Yeah, again, especially here, like Sable was such like a complicated character. Just like you never know how she's going to be from moment to moment.
Right. Yeah, you thought basically at the end of this that she was going to have a little moment where she's going to tell the widow, like, yeah, don't worry about it. We'll take care of you.
Maybe they've released a pension plan or like send your money or something, but no. You ain't get no money, and that's because your husband's a coward.
Nothing. Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Mm-hmm. And again, just the whole thing with her parents and stuff.
Yeah.
And again, this is before that ongoing series she's going to get here in a little bit.
Yeah, actually, when did that start? 92, right?
I think so. Yeah,
it was 92. So this is a couple years before that.
Yeah.
So they were still developing her character, but they were doing a great job in fleshing out her backstory, her history. I mean, we've got some great flashbacks here to when she was a child.
Yes.
Yeah. If they ever do like a Silver Sable collection, like an epic collection or something along those lines, I hope and pray that they include this story because it's really important to the formation of this character, the development of Silver Sable very early on in the 80s.
Yeah, that would be nice. Like her first couple appearances from Amazing Spider-Man, and then drop this in before you start reprinting the on her own series. Yeah,
definitely have this be before that because it's so important to have this little bit of history for her. It talks about her dad. And that moment at the end where she's cradling the broken piece of the statue. It's a really powerful story. It's great stuff.
I was almost waiting for tell her she could sell this broken statue head or something.
Right? Yeah, send her the statue and be like, you can sell this. I don't want it anymore.
Oh, this priceless crystal. It's broken. Just throw it in the garbage. Yeah. It's nothing.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, her parents and what it thinks she's been, I guess, made Silver has made her cold.
Yeah. It's understandable. I mean, when you look at her upbringing and what she's had to go through in her life, it does make sense why she behaves the way that she does.
I mean, you can almost say she's it's almost honorable that she even didn't become a straight up villain, pretty much.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. She could have gone the complete other way with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So should we get to the next Serpent Crown?
Yes.
Yes.
Another installment of the history.
Yeah, and I got a nice full synopsis for this.
Nice.
As we covered some of this earlier episodes. Yeah, Saga of the Serpent Crown corporate takeover. Yeah, once again, Peter Sanderson, Mark Bagley pencils, Keith Williams ink, Mark Siri colorist, letterer Jade Moed, and editors Gregory Wright and Mark Grunwald.
Nice.
So yes, it's pretty much we've had this pretty much the same team for all these.
Yeah.
All right. Watu the Watcher continues his recounting of the Saga of the Serpent Crown. He points out that while the Serpent Crown has mostly been contained in his native reality, there were other versions of the crown which exist in other realities. One such reality existed the Serpent Cartel, which consisted of that reality's leading businessmen, Justin Hammer, Leland Owsley, Cal Richmond, Sebastian Shaw, Gregory Gideon, Obadiah Stane, and Cornelius Van Lunt. All these men were put under the influence of their version of the Serpent Crown. Seeking to free Set from their exile, they then made contact with Hugh Jones, the president and CEO of the Roxxon Oil Corporation of the Watcher's native reality, 616. Jones was the current thrall of his reality, Serpent Crown. Breaching the dimensional barriers to make contact, Hugh Jones reported to the Serpent Cartel how he used the power of Set to make Roxxon one of the most powerful corporations of his reality. So corrupt businessmen don't have enough. Now they're breaching across dimensional dimensions. Hey, want to help us screw over? Yeah.
Yeah, let's corrupt a parallel universe while we're at it.
Yeah, let's corrupt two universes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He tells how he came into contact with the Serpent Crown. It all started when the Atlantean known as Warlord Krang located the Serpent Crown and put it on. Under the influence of Set, Krang sought out and enlisted the aid of the terrorist known as Viper. Viper again.
Ooh.
With her Serpent Squad, they kidnapped Jones to hold for ransom. They then put the crown on Hugh's head and attempted to use the power of the Serpent Crown to raise the Lemurian continent from the ocean floor. This scheme, however, was foiled thanks to the interference from the costume hero known as Nomad.
Yes. There he is.
Yes. A.k.a. Steve Rogers. During the ensuing battle, Viper tried to escape with the Serpent Crown, but it was lost in the battle. With the tale concluded, he tells the Serpent Cartel that he is using all of his resources to try and locate his world's Serpent Crown. Gregory Gideon then shares his tale of the Serpent Crown of his world. He found the Serpent Crown in the Pacific while building oil rigs. He then used the power of the crown to take control of the most powerful businessmen on his world. Getting resistance from Professor Imam and Arcana, the Serpent Cartel imprisoned Imam in another dimension and locked Arcana in a cell. When their teammates in the Squadron Supreme went looking for their missing teammates, all but Nighthawk and Power Princess were enthralled by the cartel. They then moved on to take control of the President of the United States as well, and his Attorney General, Cal Richmond. Gideon and Jones then agree to work together to recover the Serpent Crown from Hugh Jones's reality. The Watcher then continues the narrative, telling how Gregory Gideon loaned the enthralled members of the Squadron Supreme, who then clashed with the Avengers. During the ensuing battle, Hugh Jones shunted the Avengers to the Squadron Supreme's world. There they were confronted by the Serpent Crown enthralled president. However, the team managed to steal the Serpent Crown and flee, which we did cover a few months ago, kids.
We did.
Yes. Hold on, let me...
Right here on Marvel Tales.
I looked this up real quick. I'll give you the actual episode number here. Yeah, but yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, we did cover this.
Yeah. I love this installment of the history because we've got one of my namesakes on there. Leland Owsley makes an appearance here.
Yes. Oh, yeah, the owl, yeah.
The owl's here.
Oh, yeah. I love, Had Obadiah Stane.
Yeah, Stane, Justin Hammer. We've got some great comic book royalty villains here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And also, I loved the appearance of the Viper in her original guise. I think she was calling herself Madam Hydra back then.
I'm trying to remember if at that point she was. I know at one point she was. I'm trying to remember. Was that the costume she was wearing? Because it wasn't the green costume. It was like a gray and blue one. I kind of like that look on her better.
Yeah, it was cool. She had the long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a member of the Serpent Squad back then, I think. Yeah. And
Because
if I remember right, she killed the original Viper.
Yeah, so I was going to say, there was a male Viper. Yeah, she killed him.
Yeah.
The name. Yeah.
Yeah, she shot him. Yeah, I love that little piece in this history with the original Serpent Squad featuring her. I thought that was great. Great little nod to the past, because we saw the Serpent Society in an earlier installment of Atlantis Attacks, the Uncanny X-Men annual. So stringing it all together, it's great.
But we did cover that Squadron Supreme story during Hellcat and Tiger Month back in episode 72. Yes,
that's right.
Patsy Walker was there.
Yeah.
So episode 72. Scroll down or check out the playlist on YouTube.
And I think are we doing that again next year?
What, the Hellcat?
The Tiger and Hellcat month?
I don't think so. I don't think we had.
I think that was Meow May, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Meow May.
Yeah,
because you did Catwoman stories on We Are the Night.
Yeah. That was this year, but next year, we're so packed because, like we said, we're doing Secret Wars 2.
That's right.
We got a lot of stuff coming. Again, we're gonna have, of course, we're gonna do some Captain America, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four, because certain movies are coming
movie
out.
tie-ins. So
there's a lot of stuff. Again, it's so hard, kids, because again, there's so much good stuff we want to get to, and
we'll have time to cover it all, though.
Oh yeah.
The world isn't ending yet.
No. No, not yet.
Not yet.
But you're gonna be getting a lot more X content too next year, kids.
That's true. By popular demand, you'll get more X-Men classics every month.
Korvac saga.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. Yeah.
And trust me, kid, there are a lot of good stuff coming.
Yeah. It's an embarrassment of riches over at Marvel Tales and Classic X-Men next year.
Yes. Again, that's the only problem. Is just always trying to figure out where to squeeze everything in.
Yeah. That's what he said.
Oh! Nice. Oh, my. Talk about Imperious wrecks my bed.
Somebody was trying to sneak it in. Yeah, I got that last night. Put it here. I'm going to the hole on principle. Bigger, harder, stronger. Power of the penis. Come.
All right. Anything else on this, or should we still got to get to the West Avengers? Which again,
we have
there's not a ton.
We have our little afterthought thing. Yeah.
Yes. There are certain backup stories in Avengers West Coast 56, kids. All of them written and drawn by John Byrne.
Yes.
Oh, but everything inked by Paul Ryan. That's right.
Oh yeah. They work together a fair amount. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much the same team on everything here, kids. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So. And again, we'll save the main story because maybe we'll get I'm sure one day we'll get to these Avengers West Coast issues.
Oh, definitely. We have to cover this story. Yeah.
Oh Lord. But again, it's the Scarlet Witch goes bad and attacks the Avengers, and
there's an infamous moment that happens.
Oh yeah, and some of the oh God, let me hold on. I have to see that again because I just saw a note. It's funny because they kind of try to clean up something Byrne does here.
Oh, on the digital version?
No, I think before it even went to print. Hold on, let me see.
Oh,
because here I'll tell you in a second, but I want to see. Okay, yeah. Because again, kids, she has some of the Avengers suspended in midair, and she like starts slowly going down Wonder Man's, and it's where's the note? Page 6, panel 6 and 7 depict the back of the Scarlet Witch's head. These images were not part of the original story submitted by John Byrne. These images are speculated to have been drawn by Chris Iliopoulos. The addition was made to clearly show that Wanda's head was not below Wonder Man's waist during the time she was torturing him.
Oh.
So they drew in the top of her head just to be like, no, she didn't go any further than that. No.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
Oh my God. Can you imagine some of those meetings back in the day? Sir, we have another problem. Byrne again. Yeah. What does he have She-Hulk doing this month? No, sir. It's not the She-Hulk. It's the Scarlet Witch in West Coast Avengers. Is she jumping rope? No, sir. They have her slowly torturing and then dropping down in front of Wonder Man.
Orally raping Wonder Man.
Oh
my God.
Doesn't Byrne know that children read these things? Come on.
Yeah.
Suck.
The first time I read that when it came out, I was like, what is going on here?
I know.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, in hindsight, some of the Byrne stuff, I mean, again, he's a great writer and artist, but it's like sometimes it's just like, oh man, he's working on some kinks or something.
Something's going on. Yeah. Oof.
Sir, should we stop the presses? No, schedule. No,
damn it.
Just draw the top of her head so they show.
We've got to edit this.
So she's not fully on her knees, okay? And
yeah.
Just, give them the usual scolding, okay? Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Just edit the hell out of it and hope that nobody notices too much. But they noticed. Oh, they noticed.
Just redraw what you can, clean it up as much as you can. The Byrne contingency, sir? Yes, the Byrne contingency.
The Byrne contingency. Byrne notice.
The Byrne identity? Yes, the Byrne identity.
Oh my God.
I love how we're not talking about the main story, but we're talking about the main story.
Yeah. Do you have a synopsis for the little backup story?
Let's see. I mean, it's a short one, I think, but there is. Oh yeah, all it is reunion takes place during the Atlantis Attacks event and features the first post-war meeting of Captain America and the Human Torch. So that's all the synopsis. So that's the other thing, kids. I mean, they were kind of trying to explain not only why was Jim Hammond with the East Coast team when he was on the West Coast team at this time, but also it's like, oh hey, does Captain America know he's even alive at this point?
Right, right. And if so, why haven't they had a meeting yet?
Mm-hmm.
That's fairly important.
Oh, and speaking of things Byrne does, I'm kind of glad he had Cersei paint her costume on.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I mean, I swear you see belly button and...
Yeah. Yeah, he would have had real fun with her 90s costume.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that with the jacket and the low-cut stuff? Yeah.
Oh, God. She would have been topless just wearing that jacket.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I love, they're talking about the, the Atlanteans are up to something. And then, Cap saying he can't reach Namor. And then Jim Hammond.
There's a reason for that.
Exactly. And then Jim Hammond walks in and Steve's like, he's like, oh, Cap, is that you? He's like, you're alive.
You're alive.
And he picks him up off the floor. He's like, oh, sorry, Torch. And now that I think of it, us guys weren't quite so emotionally demonstrative in our day, were we? He's become more modern. Cersei's like, oh, who's your handsome friend?
Yes, she knows a biscuit when she sees one.
See, you and Little Stream come true. A blonde android biscuit.
That's right. Yep.
Doesn't get tired.
That's right.
Yeah, so he introduces Jim Hammond to Cersei, and then they talk about they're all part of the invaders, and then basically, looking back on it, it was kind of, probably not the right thing, irresponsible to take kid sidekicks into the battlefield.
Yeah, you think?
Toro and Bucky.
Yeah. And I think that Spitfire was really young too.
Oh yeah.
I think she was just a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically them, reminiscing about the war, and then as they're talking about an invaders reunion, that's when Iron Man walks in, and it's basically like the Submariner's dead. So yeah,
it's dead.
So this has to take place sometime between the Iron Man Annual and the Avengers Annual. Boy, this was a wow after the fact, because it says the rest of this Titanic tale was told in last summer's Marvel Annuals.
Last summer. Wow, they waited that long.
Well, and also then it says, don't miss Namor's upcoming series. Which of course
this was right before that ongoing.
Oh, okay, series. Yeah, cover date on this Avengers West Coast is March 1990, so.
Okay, yeah, that was right after it, yeah.
Yeah, so this was a few months after Atlantis Attacks.
Which we'll be talking about in Namor-vember.
Yes. Oh, yeah, we've definitely got at least one episode with the John Byrne Namor, Yes.
I'm thinking we might want to do 2 of those.
Okay.
If possible, yeah.
Right,
so we can
birthday.
cover more. Yeah. Possibly.
It's your birthday.
If we have room in the schedule. If not...
Well, no, like I say, we were picking that. We had to pick a couple episodes. No, I'll make it happen. No, it's your birthday. You can lust if you want to.
I do love that series.
Oh yeah,
for multiple reasons, not just because it's Namor, but because it's also some excellent. Besides the visuals, it's just some excellent stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then we get that one-page comic strip where Byrne apologizes for Tigra's use in the Atlantis Attacks event, stating that he forgot she was involved in a subplot that should have kept her out of the event.
Yeah.
I love the end of it. He's just like, I just forget Tigra. She wasn't in this. Just ignore that.
Yeah. That was actually Hellcat. It was supposed to be Hellcat. That's where she was during that. Yeah, that Avengers Annual, that was a mess, man. I think that was the low point of Atlantis Attacks thus far.
Yeah.
And I think really overall, because the next 2 chapters of Atlantis Attacks are both really good.
Yeah, well,
again, the Thor Annual and the Fantastic Four Annual,
and the West Coast
Avengers West Coast. All 3 of those are really excellent. So I would have to say that overall the Avengers Annual is the low point.
Mm-hmm.
The execution was just so poor on that one.
But that one page with him talking about Tiger and everything, that's not drawn. I don't think that's drawn by Byrne. That almost looks like is that Fred Hembeck, or is that who's? Because I don't get any credits for that. So I wonder. That's the only thing not drawn by Byrne. I wonder if they didn't tell him. They were just like, just draw him apologizing.
Yeah. He'll never know.
Exactly.
He won't care. Honest.
Yeah, he tries to blame the whole thing on Mike Higgins. He's like, and they're like, no. You told him which Avengers to use in the story.
Fred Hembeck was never seen again.
He disappeared.
They found him floating in the harbor the next day.
Oh, you don't cross Byrne, you get burned.
That's right.
Burned.
So ends the tragically short career of illustrator and writer Fred Hembeck.
I love it. He's like, I got confused. There are a lot of Avengers to keep track of, so I told him to use Tiger, but I shouldn't have. Tiger was tied up in a subplot at the time, so Tiger wasn't in the annual, not in any of the annuals. Forget you saw her there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't try to explain that because again, not talking about the main story, but like they were kind of trying to do a thing. I guess Byrne was doing where Scarlet Witch her powers weren't even altering probabilities; they were altering reality.
Yes, right.
Remember when they were working on that steel bar, and he's like, "Wait a minute, I took a scan and it was perfect, but now the scan I took however many minutes ago, you could see the stress marks in it. Like you altered it, so."
Mm-hmm.
So I'm surprised they didn't go that route. Be like, oh yeah, one to kind of like hex the tiger into the Atlantis attack.
Yeah.
and then after the fact, she went back to her aquarium.
She was okay for a little while.
Yeah, because she was going feral, her kid. So Hank Pym had her.
She was, yeah,
in a hamster cage or something. Yeah, and then
he miniaturized her with his Pym particles and put her in a little bird cage.
Because she attacked them outside. Yeah.
Yep. Right. She tried to rip his throat out.
But then it'd been so long because one crisis after another kept popping.
And they never really resolved that plot line ever in that title. They never really finished it.
No. Yeah. Well, again, that was a Byrne thing, and then Byrne kind of, left suddenly. So
after he left, they didn't really do anything else with her.
I mean, she showed up around the time I think Spider-Woman Julia Carpenter first appeared. But
she did, but then she took off and hung out with a bunch of people in Australia.
Yeah, she took time off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Or no, yeah. She was there a little bit too because was it an Ultron story? Was she in that one?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So they brought her back.
But that's what I mean. But there was no explanation when she showed back up in the Ultron story about why aren't you feral anymore? Like, what did you just take it off? Like, what happened? Like, yeah, no explanation.
Yeah, there was kind of just a weird re-entry there after Byrne. Right? Basically, just like, we're just gonna keep moving,
yeah,
because the Human Torch kind of gets like pushed to the side too.
Yeah, I was bummed about that, to be honest with you. I was really happy that he returned, and for a while, for a few issues, he was a prominent member of the team. Like, he wasn't just a reservist. He was actually, a contributing member of the Avengers West Coast team, and it looked like he was going to stick around regularly with them for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, maybe a year or even perhaps even less than that, after his resurrection, he just kind of got sidelined and relegated to reservist status, and then he was hardly ever seen after that.
Because there was that one shot. Was it like issue 63 or something where he fights Living Lightning the first time Living Lightning shows up? Yeah.
Yep.
And then like he's basically a reservist. He shows up during Operation Galactic Storm with the heroes on Earth. But yeah,
and that's it. And it seems like such a waste. I thought that was a tremendous waste. I'm
trying to remember. Does Jim Hammond show up eventually in the Namor series, or?
Yeah, he shows up much later, like in the past 2000 stuff. And he's died and come back to life a bunch of times. Like, he sacrificed himself and blew up a bunch of times. Like,
I was trying to remember if Byrne was using him in the Namor, and that's why they kind of moved him over. But no, I guess not.
He did show up in the Namor series, though, because there was like a brief Invaders reunion that happened.
Oh, yeah. Because I remember, was it like around 97, 98? He was running Oracle, the company. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was in the Heroes for Hire book. Yeah.
Yes.
He had a beard at
that
point.
Yeah, because Namor had another brainwash whammy episode and lost his mind and wandered around. Yeah.
Yeah, now after Heroes Reborn, I remember Marvel team up with Spider-Man. Wasn't there something weird going on with Namor's powers or something? Or
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because there was like
something happened to him. Yeah.
I forget. It was like, I think they redid it was a new version of Marvel Team Up, and the first arc or so was Spider-Man, and then he teams up with Namor in an issue, and then I think after that they kind of like turned it into a Namor team up.
Mm-hmm.
Like he handed it off to Namor, yeah.
Yeah.
Fought the Wrecking Crew or something, yeah.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that one, yeah.
I just wonder, I mean, I would assume John Byrne likes Jim Hammond, or maybe just threw him in here because he missed drawing the Human Torch.
I don't know. I don't know what maybe there was another person that wrote in with letters and like was asking for explanations about stuff like that. And they were like,
When you think about it, it's like, well, we brought back Captain America. We brought back Namor. I mean, how hard is it to bring back Jim Hansen? Well,
who was an android to begin with.
Yeah, but again, that continuity was so messy because supposedly Immortus was like, oh, hey, he got turned into the Vision. Well,
yeah.
And then John Byrne tried to say, no, he didn't.
No, just kidding.
Then by the time we get to Avengers Forever, it's like, oh god, what is it, like Kang or Immortus?
Yeah.
Someone like splits him in half, like time. So it's like, So they kind of cloned the Human Torch. One of them became the Vision, and then the other one just stayed inert.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a mess, right?
I know. And I love the one again. Well, sorry, kids. I said we weren't going to talk about the main story, but we're talking about the main story. I love the one. I just love the one page with Iron Man like getting home. He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to take a week off," and then the minute he barely sits down, and it's the Avengers signals going off. He's like, "Oh, guess my vacation."
It's so much for that. Yeah,
they're kind of teasing. Oh, Iron Man's coming back.
Yeah, see, that's when you page the reserve members.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, "Look, I need to take a day off. I'm going to tap in the reserve members."
I mean, he had a thing or two against him, but it's like, maybe Iron Man's not the guy you call against Magneto. Spoilers, Magneto shows up.
Yeah. In fact, how about anybody but Iron Man for this one? Wonder Man. Send Wonder Man.
Well, Wonder Man's already there to need more recruits. I mean, Iron Man might be the wrong guy. I mean, the Human Torch the android Human Torch might not be the guy either.
Yeah, true. Or the U.S. agent with a shield, or
hey, East Coast, can we get Thor in here, maybe?
Yeah.
Or no, how about some Quasar?
Quasar versus Magneto.
Yeah, we never got that.
Yeah, that should have happened.
All right, Justin. Anything else on these?
No, I think we covered it.
Oh yeah.
And we have 2 episodes left of Atlantis Attacks.
Exactly. Yeah. So yes, next time will be the penultimate episode. Take a drink, Lil. So I don't know why I'm opening this. I know what it is. All right. So next time we're going to talk Avengers West Coast Annual 4 and Thor Annual 14. So Avengers West Coast and Thor next time. And then we'll wrap the whole thing up with Fantastic Four Annual 22 and What If Volume 2 number 25 for an alternate take on it.
Yeah.
Oh God. And then that'll be the end of September. We'll be getting into October here, which
that's right. We've got spooky season coming up soon.
Oh yeah. Got Marvel Premiere 4 through 10. We got Creatures on the Loose 30 through 35. We got Captain America 253 and 254. Baron Blood.
Yeah, Baron Blood.
We got the first 4 issues of Man Thing.
Nice.
I don't know, kids. Who here do you think requested Man Thing?
Giant sized Man Thing.
There you go.
Where they did this. And of course, for dropping on Halloween on the exact day. Rise of the Midnight Suns crossover.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
Ghost Rider, the Spirits of Vengeance book, Morbius, Darkhold, Night Stalkers, and another Ghost Rider. Yeah.
6-issue Scarefest.
And kids, if you want a in-depth interview on Night Stalkers #1 with its writer, DG
yes. Chichester Chats.
Yeah. Was it episode 34? Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Last one we did. Yeah.
Are you going to talk with him, go through the rest of the series with him, like issue by issue?
We might. We usually jump around, but we'll probably get back to it. Yeah.
Nice.
I know there was one we did. What was it? Was it issue 9 or something? There was another issue we did it with him before, but it was Morbius was in it. We did it around the time the Morbius.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he wrote most of that series, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, and hopefully Justin will join us for the next Chichester. As it's always.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, definitely.
Especially when we talk solo Avengers.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Those are much loved by me too. I love those.
Dr. Druid.
Yes.
All right, kids. So so send us your thoughts on all the goodness coming your way. And then again, so that was October, and then of course you're getting some Namor November. So
that's right.
Send Justin your birthday wishes and any naughty pictures of Namor you might have.
That's right. Yes.
He's like, yes, please.
More
right.
naughty Namor.
More. Oh, to add to his collection. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
My favorite biscuit.
Guilty or innocent.
Having dirty Namor content, guilty as hell.
Yeah, guilty as charged.
All right. So send us your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Get brand new Capes and Lunatics merch, classic merch, and maybe more new Capes and Lunatics merch coming soon. So, keep your eye on that. Again, the Queen of all of Hellfire demands that you rain random money on us through the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
So, yes, please don't make us be that metaphorical girl dancing on the pole. We don't need to be in that club before, in case some Lemurians try to drop a nuke on us.
We're going to stripper pole down at Divas.
Some of those other girls in the club are giving us some evil Scarlet Witch vibes. I don't know.
Yes.
All right. So, send us money there. And, of course, the Patreon, where you get exclusive uncensored content. All the old content is there. The new stuff's up there. And, of course, in August, I think we're getting a Justin planned episode.
I have a few ideas I'm going to run by Phil and Lilith and see what they think. Yeah.
So, subscribe to the Patreon, and you can request topics for a discussion also. So find that at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics, and find it all at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right. Now for this undersea biscuit lover himself, Justin Meow. Biscuit of the Sea. Yes. You can find him here every week on Marvel Tales. You can hear him at least once, and it's going to be more on X-Men Classics here. I can also hear him once a month here on Energon Universe, where me, him, and Russell talk all things the new Transformers and G.I. Joe from Image. You can also hear him on Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks on We Are the Night,
the Batman podcast.
At least once a month, talking Azrael. Sometimes he drops in for more.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you can hear him every so often on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast, where he's doing a 4-episode run here.
Yeah.
But that's not all the King does. Well, these podcasts and staring at Namor, that's not all he does.
You can find me on these shows as well. Yes. Gamma Charge, where Russell and Josh and I talk about the Incredible Hulk and the Sensational She-Hulk every month. We also have a Patreon, so do check that out. And over on Predator and Prey, Russell and I are joined by the High Priest of Khonshu himself, Ray, to discuss the latest Predator comics coming out from Marvel every month. And last but not least, The Lost Library of Legends is my solo show dedicated to the forgotten and obscure comic book gems of the past few decades. And my latest spotlight is a 3-part episode on DC's The Power Company.
Ooh, hold on, let me grab it. Tapping my way downtown. Stream at
I'm excited for you to check out the Power Company too, Phil, because in the introduction there's a Nightwing story and there's a Hal Jordan story.
Oh yeah, I gotta read those. Yeah. I read
Yeah.
one or two along the way. I remember an issue with Firestorm I read. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
they introduce each of the members of the team in their own solo one-shots.
Oh, nice.
And they pair each one up with a different guest star from DC. And Skyrocket gets teamed up with the Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. And Manhunter gets teamed up with Nightwing.
Oh, those might have to show up on some Nightwing news in Sector 2814.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah. All right. So,
double biscuits for me.
All right. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Man, this Atlantis Attacks have been flying by you.
Yeah. 2 episodes left.
Yeah. Next week, the penultimate. Yes.
Yep.
Avengers West Coast Annual 4 and 4, was it 14? Annual 14?
Take another shot, Lilith. Penultimate.
Yes. Penultimate.
More.
And then, Fantastic Four Annual 22 and What If 25 to wrap it up.
That's right.
All right, kids.
The epic continues.
Yes. Join us next time. Remember, be good. Don't get burned.